another major news in the industry, and this is really interesting because this is going to cause a back and forth war between these two companies. And it's going to be interesting to see how things get executed on both ends. So it was revealed that Netflix announced a partnership with iHeart Media Radio, the whole iHeart Media Radio publication, right? Which hosts Joe and Jadakiss, which hosts The Breakfast Club, which hosts a lot of big platforms. Netflix partnered with them to bring those videos to their platform, removing them from YouTube. So I don't know if they're going to, all the old stuff they're going to remove from YouTube or just the new stuff is going to their platform. Let's go over the article. The iconic talk show, The Breakfast Club, will begin streaming on Netflix in 2026 after iHeartMedia announced a partnership with the platform on Tuesday. The deal will see a total of 15 iHeart podcasts added to Netflix. Others include Dear Chelsea, Bobby Bones Presents the Bobbycast, My Favorite Murder, and more. Bob Pittman, CEO of iHeartMedia, added in press release obtained by The Hollywood Reporter. Audio podcasting has been the fastest growing medium over the past 20 years, and now we're thrilled to expand that experience with exciting new category, video podcasts. Netflix has a leading video-first service, and this partnership perfectly complements our strong audio foundation. Work with Netflix, an important leader in entertainment, gives fans one more way to connect with personalities they love and opens the door to new audiences, including viewers discovering these shows for the first time. With this partnership, we are incredibly excited to offer our members such unmatched variety and to deliver highly entertaining podcasts featuring some of the world's most dynamic personalities, added Laura Smith, Netflix Vice President of Content Licensing and Programming Strategy. Back in October, Netflix announced a similar partnership with Spotify Studios and The Ringer. The deal confirmed the addition of several other podcasts to the streaming site, including the Bill Simmons podcast, the Zach Lowe Show, the McKay Show, and the Rewatchables. Before Tuesday's announcement, Hot 97 made headlines for canceling another iconic morning talk show. The reason why they're doing this, and I don't know if they're going to be taking all the Breakfast Club footage and just taking it off of YouTube and putting it onto Netflix, or they're just doing the new content. We'll see. I think they're going to be probably taking all the footage and taking it off YouTube. But the reason why they're doing this is because of this. YouTube has seen a significant increase in people watching YouTube videos on their TV. I'm almost willing to bet some of you are watching this podcast on your TV potentially. Some are on your laptop, some are on your phone. But the TV one has skyrocketed. And what is Netflix known for? For being on TV. You know, usually when people put Netflix, they put it on their TV. YouTube was known for kind of a mixture, right? TV, phone, laptop, like a mixture of that. But now they're starting to dominate the TV. And a lot more people are watching on their TV. So what does that do? That takes space away from where Netflix was at dominating. So with that, they're basically saying, hey, let's try to take shows away from YouTube, put it on our platform. But here's the difference between the two. YouTube is free. Other than the ads that you have to watch, it's free. You don't have to pay for anything. Netflix, even with ads, you have to pay something. It's a paywall behind it. So the way I view it is there's an audience for each. You know, YouTube, to me, is still going to be dominant forever because there's so much variety of content. Like, you can't watch compilation videos on Netflix. You can watch a random Family Guy compilation video on YouTube at any time that you want to. And there's no paywall behind any of it. You know, besides ads that you got to watch, there's no paywall behind any of it. Or if the creator decides to do a membership program where they put a paywall behind it. Other than that, it's all pretty much free to watch. You know, as long as you have internet, you're watching YouTube, no problem. Netflix, you have to pay to get in no matter what. At the lowest tier, which I think is like $7 a month or $8 a month, you're watching that with ads no matter what. So there's a huge difference, and I think that hinders audience growth when you're on Netflix and you're a pay to watch, like you have a paywall behind you. That does hinder to a certain extent audience growth. What's going to happen is YouTube is going to respond like they just did. They just announced that the Oscars are going to be on YouTube exclusively after their deal with ABC. And ABC has been hosting the Oscars forever, like literally like 50, 60, 70, forever. Let's say 70 years, whenever the Oscars started. ABC has been hosting it. Now YouTube is taking it. So there's going to be a tug-of-war back and forth. And I think YouTube is eventually going to have their own, like, they do already have a paywall with premium, right? You pay that, and I think it's worth it. Premium is like way worth the money. Like if you're somebody who uses YouTube every single day, like premium is 100% worth every dollar that you're spending. I mean, you get no ads ever. You get YouTube Music, which has everything ever uploaded by people. You can listen to all the music all you want to. It's just way worth the money. And there's other perks that I totally forget about that it's like free shit here and there. They'll send you like really cool. It's worth the money. But they do have a paywall, but they're never going to go to that paywall, fully into it. So there's going to be a tug of war of like, are people willing to pay a certain price to watch certain content? For me personally, I haven't watched The Breakfast Club really like that. Now the new episodes, hey, if 50's on there and they start getting certain guests and I want to see those interviews, it's going to be interesting to see how that content even translates to social media, because ripping it off of Netflix and posting on social media might cause people not to, might be Netflix blocking it and not allowing you to post it. Who knows what happens, what the rules will be. It'll be really interesting. But I don't even pay for it. I just paid for Netflix this month because of the Diddy documentary. I don't even pay for Netflix. I just don't even have time to watch a bunch of this stuff. The most that I've ever paid for is Hulu, because Hulu has like TV shows, movies, and their exclusive stuff and all that. So that's why I like the mixture of what Hulu offers. But yeah, that's kind of my take on it. I just think I'm just curious to see where this goes with YouTube and Netflix. They're going to have this tug of war, and they're going to be, and this is the same thing that happened with Spotify, where they're just offering money bags of podcasts and just throwing money at people like Joe Rogan, 100 and something million to get their video podcasts going, which didn't really do. I don't know if it did much. I got to actually look into that, but yeah, that's the news on them. And it's just interesting. The landscape is changing, and it's going to continue changing. And it's either, you adapt and you adjust, or you do with whatever. I think for me personally, if I was offered to go on Netflix or stay on YouTube, I would stay on YouTube, because I feel like YouTube gives you more creative freedom versus Netflix. I feel like if you get on Netflix, you're kind of limited to, maybe, I don't know. I've never signed a Netflix deal, so I can't say what it is, but they'll probably limit you to certain things. That's my assumption. With YouTube, yeah, you have to watch what you say on certain things. Of course, every platform has that, but it's not to the extent of like a Netflix. They literally control a lot when you're creating stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what happens moving forward.